This video was filmed on a potato. Sorry. Hi guys, and welcome back to another video where today we're going to be predicting the scores of week 27 of the 2020-2021 Premier League season. Now, it's Wednesday evening, 9:15. There's still 4 matches to be played, or Manchester United are actually in the middle of playing Crystal Palace at the moment. So we'll have a quick look back at how well we got on so far in week 26.
So this week we've had a pretty average week so far. 8 points out of 17 fixtures, 1 perfect result, that being Man City to beat West Ham 2-1.
And so far, Nathan, I also have got 8 points, 1 perfect score, which was the Liverpool, surprisingly winning in the league 2-0 away against Sheffield United. Representing the viewers last week currently is Screenboy 8, and Screenboy's doing very well. He's currently on 12 points with 2 perfect scores. Leading the way for the viewers though at the moment with, I think there's 17 points. We've got Louis Willard, 5 perfect scores.
Amazing.
So doing excellent. So if you can actually see yourself in the list from 010 Foster, who's currently on 11 points, all the way down to Yao Form VP in the list at the moment. The dugout's got currently on 14 points. Stephen Curry on 15 points as well.
Very
Welcome back,
Steph Curry.
Steph Curry to the predictions. But enough of week 26. Well, it's still going on. We'll bring you the league table next week. I'm currently in 2nd position, but I'm sure I'll probably slide down slightly in that. But let's move on, make some predictions for week 27.
Okay, so first up we have a 12:30 BT kick-off on Saturday between Burnley and Arsenal. Now Burnley played twice already in this game week. First of all, losing 4-0 to Tottenham in a very good win. Bale superb. And then they also drew to Leicester as well, 1-1, but Leicester have started to drift after all those injuries that they have picked up recently. And then Arsenal doing really well to come back last time around. 3-1 to Leicester, losing 1-0 at the start and then bringing it back and overloading them 3-1. Tricky one this at Burnley. Arsenal just inconsistent. You don't know whether they're going to turn up, but Burnley have been in very poor form themselves. So I'm going to go 2-0 Arsenal. Yeah,
I'm going to go exactly the same as you, Nathan. Arsenal just playing once in this game week 26, so they're going to be a little bit fresher than Burnley. Burnley, of course, getting thumped away at Tottenham 4-0 and come in. I think it was I think they were in front against Leicester City before letting that lead slip and coming back to 1-1. So I fully expect Arsenal. Don't know if Burnley will score in this one, whether they'll be able to get past that Gunners regard. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 victory to the Gunners in this one, the same as you. Next up, we've got the 3 o'clock kickoff, the only 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday, which is on Sky Sports. We've got Sheffield United against Southampton. Now, Sheffield United surprisingly winning a match
at last.
Yes, indeed, they beat Aston Villa. We know all about Aston Villa's injury rows in the way that Grealish, the way he makes them tick. He was sorely missed, couldn't score. Ross Barkley, I think he might be out as well too. Southampton sliding down that table now, winless in I don't know how long. Definitely the last 6. They've lost 5 of their last 6 away against Sheffield United. Sheffield United should be a little bit full of confidence. They are still, 12 points adrift from safety. I'm not sure if they can win this match because Southampton are going to be looking to get at least something, and surely they should get something against the Blades, and I think they will. I think it's going to end up as a draw, and I'm going to go for a 1-1 scoreline.
I don't actually. I think Sheffield United are going to do this. Apparently you're on against Aston Villa, they played really well, and with Southampton just playing absolutely abysmally recently, I really can't see them picking up anything. I think Sheffield United are going to get the win here and actually going to go above West Brom, which should have happened ages ago. So I am going to go for a 1-0 Sheffield United. Next up, speaking about Aston Villa, we have got Aston Villa versus Wolves, a Midlands derby there at 5:30 on Saturday. Now Villa struggling with injuries, Grealish out as you just said as well, and Ross Barkley I believe. But Wolves sort of inconsistent as anything. You can't really predict them, but only 1 loss in their last 6, grinding out the victories that they need to though. This is tricky. This is really tricky. I could go for a draw, but I don't know. I just think Villa at Villa Park is just going to do it. I think Villa will just have enough 2-1.
2-1. Yeah, I disagree. I can't see. I can't pick a winner in this one. I'm going to go 1-1 again. As we say, we know about Villa's injuries. They've got a fantastic keeper, one of the best keepers in the league this season in Martinez. He's been superb. They are finding it a little bit difficult to score at the moment. Let's have a look at. They're down into 9th as we speak. They blanked last time. I see 1 goal against Leeds, 1 goal against Leicester, nothing against Brighton, 1 goal against Arsenal, and 1 against West Ham. So they're not scoring more than 1 goal. I think they will score 1 in this one. Wolves, I think they drew, didn't they, against Newcastle last time out? They did against St James's Park. And prior to that, they had 2 wins on the bounce, away against Southampton and at home against Leeds, 2 teams which they should be picking up points. Prior to that was a draw against Leicester, and before that they actually beat Arsenal. So Midlands derby. Villa won this one earlier in the season 1-0, but I think it's going to end up all square again, 1-1. Next up, then at 8 o'clock on Saturday evening, we've got Brighton against Leicester. A difficult one to predict.
Brighton have been in free fall though.
Yeah, we know that Leicester losing and drawing their last 2 matches. Brighton, for all their efforts and endeavour, they're not picking up the wins now. 2 defeats in their last 4 matches. They lost terribly against West Brom.
How did that happen?
But they did miss 2 penalties in that match.
Very controversial VAR decisions.
They should. One of their goals should have stood as well. Dunk's free kick that should have stood. They also lost against Crystal Palace at home.
Should be winning.
Not a great result. That draws against Aston Villa and Burnley too. So I think Leicester better on the road possibly than they are at home. I think they're going to nick this one by the solitary goal. I'm going to go for a 2-1 away victory to the Foxes.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm actually going to go for 2-0 despite all of Leicester's injury issues and Brighton just seeming a bit flaky, and especially after last time their confidence is going to be rock bottom. So I fully expect Leicester to just lock up and overload them, so I'm going to go for 2-0. Next up, we have got the Amazon Prime game on Sunday at midday between West Brom and Newcastle. Imagine having to watch this one, guys, with both of the teams' forms at the moment.
Unless you're a Newcastle fan or a West Brom fan. Yeah.
Where do we start with this one? Both teams who have leaky defences, who don't score much goals and play football is just grim on the eye. So I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw.
A drab 0-0 draw.
Yes.
I think it will end up in a draw as well, Nathan, but I think there will be a goal or 2 in this match. I'm still waiting for a Joe Linton goal. I haven't seen one of them for a while. Maybe a little pop up with a goal in here. But Sam Allardyce,
I mean, to be fair, they paid £25 million a goal for him. So
yes, Sam Allardyce, he's actually in the last 3 games they haven't lost, beaten Brighton and draws against Burnley and at home against Manchester United. So I think this one's going to end up all square. Newcastle looking at over their shoulders, only 3 points ahead of Fulham at the moment. They will not want to lose this match, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 scoreline. Next up, we've got the second of the Sunday kickoffs, which takes place at 2 o'clock, and this is Liverpool against Fulham. Now, Liverpool bounced back slightly last time with a victory against Sheffield United.
At last, I mean, 4 defeats in a row.
Yeah, they're back at Anfield, playing Fulham. Surely they're going to win this match. We know that Fulham have been playing really well recently. Haven't only lost once in their last 6 matches, drawing last time.
Still not scoring much though.
No, not scoring at all really, because they drew 0-0 against Crystal Palace in their last match. Prior to that, at home, it was a 1-0 victory over Sheffield United. Surely Liverpool, even with the amount of injuries that they do have players coming back, but when players come back, they seem to gain more injuries. But I think they'll sneak past the Cottagers in this one. I'm going to go for 2-0 scoreline to the Reds.
Yeah, I mean, Liverpool on their 19th centre-back partnership now, which is just absolutely crazy this season. I think something's going to go through for Fulham, but Liverpool surely should win this 2-1. If they don't, then that's just absolutely incredible. But next up, we have got the Manchester derby between Man City and Man United at 4:30 on Sunday. Now, this one, Man City have been absolutely sublime recently. Man United up and down, 2 wins in 6, but drawing everything else.
Currently playing.
Yeah, they are currently playing
Let's have a look how they're getting on. Let's have a look how they are actually getting on.
What's the score?
0-0.
0-0 against Palace. God, they need to be doing something there. Yeah, this one is at the Etihad, and to be fair to whenever the Manchester derby is played, it's always the away team that usually comes out on top. So, but I don't know. Last time round it was 0-0. For a while, they've constantly cancelled each other out. Same with Man City, Liverpool, and certain games like that. So I'm going to go for another 0-0 draw here. Another 0-0 draw.
You think Man United held out against this Manchester City attacking force?
I just don't. I just think they're going to cancel each other out, and it's going to be 0-0.
Okay, well, I think Manchester City are going to come away with all 3 points. We've got Gundogan, De Bruyne's back,
on fire.
Foden looks fantastic. Sterling's weighing in with the goals. Gundogan, absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to go for a 3-0 victory for Manchester City. They're going to be well up for this one.
Oh yeah.
You know, Man United will be as well, but I think they've just got too much class for Manchester United. This Manchester City team, 3-0 for me.
Nice.
And next up, we've got Spurs at home against Crystal Palace in an all-London affair taking place at 7:15, live on Sky. Now, as you touched on earlier, Gareth Bale, a couple of games ago, showing a little bit of form, and then weighing in with a couple of goals last week.
Absolutely unbelievable.
And an assist. Looking really good. Whether he can sustain that, keep the consistency up, it remains to be seen. However, I don't think the Spurs side will have much trouble beating a toothless, and that's right, a toothless Crystal Palace. Without Zaha, Benteke's there, we know. They're not scoring goals. Looks like they're not scoring against the Red Devils this evening. So a 2-0 victory to Spurs in this one, and hopefully Harry Kane and Son will get me some goals for my fantasy team.
Interesting. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Spurs in this. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Spurs victory in this one. Spurs should overload the Palace defence, but I don't know, Palace always seem to score or just get something in a game, even with the state of their squad at the moment, how they've been playing.
1-1 as well.
Earlier
in the season.
1-1 was shocked a lot of people, so I'm going to go for 2-1 Spurs. Next up, we've got Chelsea versus Everton on BT at 6 o'clock. Now, Chelsea in fine form at the moment, drawing their last 2 games, however, to both Man United and Southampton, surprisingly. But apart from that, Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea have been absolutely fantastic.
They've got Liverpool, of course, tomorrow night.
Yes, they do indeed. Will they come out with a win on that one? That'll be the question. But yeah, surely they should be beating Everton. I think Everton might lock up a little bit, and I can't see much going through. But they're going to keep a clean sheet, so I'm going to go for 1-0 Chelsea.
1-0. Yeah, I think it's going to be tight. Everton, after suffering a couple of defeats recently at home against Fulham and Manchester City, they've bounced back. A victory at Anfield, against that Liverpool team that was shot full of no confidence, beating Southampton only narrowly at home. So I think they will go to Chelsea. I think their rear guard is going to be really hard to break down. I think they will score a goal, but I think Chelsea will get something as well. Both Everton and Chelsea are playing tomorrow evening, so neither of these teams are going to gain any real advantage on having a longer recovery time than the other team. So this one's going to be all square, 1-1 for me.
Interesting.
And next up, we've got the 8 o'clock kickoff between
so many Sunday games.
High-flying West Ham against Leeds United. Now, we've said this all season, which Leeds United team are going to turn up. They're currently in 11th position, suffering
2 wins in 6.
They suffered 4 defeats and 2 wins in the last 6 fixtures. Those wins did come at home. On the road, it hasn't been too great for them. Can they do anything against this West Ham team? West Ham, okay, they lost last time out, but it was against Manchester City, and it was only a narrow 2-1 defeat at the hands of the champions-elect, I should say. I think West Ham have got too much class for this Leeds team, which have some puffs at sometimes, but also shows a lot of quality going forward. However, as you always say, Nathan, their defence is very leaky, like a calendar. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 victory to the Hammers just to cement their spot at the moment in that
Champions
top
League,
4.
I fully expect West Ham to win this one. Leeds, I think they might turn up, but I think with the way West Ham are going forward and how well they're doing it, and even with them locking up really well at the back with the likes of Thomas Souček and Koufal as well. Koufal, they should be able to get something here. Lingard's been on fire, to be fair to him as well.
It looks like he's brought a lot of energy to midfield. So.
Which I think is what they needed, and that's why it's gelled so well, hasn't it? But yeah, Leeds' defence aren't going to cope in this one, so I'm going to go for 3-1 1 to the Hammers.
as me.
Exactly. Next up, we got Manchester City versus Southampton in the 11th game of the game week, and that is happening at 6 o'clock Tuesday night football. Quite simply, I'm not going to explain anything in this one. Southampton are going to get slaughtered 5-0.
5-0.
5-0.
Yeah, this is the extra game of the game week, taking place on Tuesday, as you said, at 6 o'clock, live on Sky. Manchester City, Southampton. Southampton concede a lot of goals, don't they, now and again, 9-0s, etc. Can Manchester City get into double figures in this one? Possibly.
Never happened in the Premier League before?
No, it's possible, but with Manchester City playing a whole lot of games, I can't see them getting into double figures or even 7 or 8, but I think they will dispatch the Saints with ease. I'm going to go for one less than you. I'm going to go for a 4-0 scoreline to the Citizens.
Interesting.
Which will increase their lead, or should increase their lead at the top of the table, especially if I predict Manchester City to beat Manchester United earlier in the game week. So that concludes our predictions for week 27 of this, the 2020-2021 Premier League season. As usual, I'm going to leave a template of these fixtures in the description if you'd like to play along at home or continue to play along at home. Then make sure you copy and paste the template into your comment and leave your predictions, and you could get a shout out in the next video. Now, Nathan, before we go, let's talk about streams.
Stream on Friday night, Cardiff City versus Huddersfield Town, and that starts, I believe, at 7:45 on Friday.
Yes.
Then I believe we have a midweek one next week. I believe that's on Tuesday or Wednesday night, and that is against Watford. And then after that, we have got a date with Stoke City right before the South Wales derby coming up in 2 weeks' time.
All building up.
Do not lose, Cardiff. Search my channel link in the description below.
Fantastic. Thanks for joining me once again, Nathan. Thanks for everybody, to you guys for watching, making your predictions each and every week. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so when these videos come out, you will be there to make your predictions so you don't miss out. But we're going to bid you farewell for now. Let's go and see the rest of this Manchester United game, and good luck in your predictions. Enjoy the football.